Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2022 romance reading for you, for relationship reading for Gemini singles. If this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see, Gemini, the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Three of Cups. Okay. So what I'm really seeing here is, first of all, there's somebody from your past that is going to be coming forward. And this is a person that had betrayed you, right? This is a person that we thought, okay, can trust you. You totally have my back. Or somebody's coming into our lives that really reminds us of this person. We can have a very strong reaction to them, either in love or in hate, type of deal coming forward. Just be very mindful of the people who are celebrating us at this time, because there is somebody here whose face is masked. There is somebody here who we can't fully see. So being aware of that as we move forward. I know that's like such a paranoid warning coming forward, where it's like, okay, don't trust everybody, like look at the bigger picture. But seriously, it's like, make people work for it. Just end, stop, period, end of discussion. Make people work to have your trust and to have your respect and to have you on their side in romance relationships, but also just in life in general right now, Gemini. That's going to be very important. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And this is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We need to ground ourselves in our own energy, in what we love, in what we want, in what we're working for, in how we're moving ourselves forward. Just being very rooted in ourselves, and also, connecting with the earth more, going outside more. That's going to be a really great thing for us. Really setting down our roots and seeing where there's the corruption, the rot within us. Like, what is it that is holding us back, or what is it that is keeping us from moving forward the way that we really want to? So that's going to be highly important during this time. Now it moves us to our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. So let's see what's going on here. Okay. So at the heart of everything, where we are right now, is we're trying to find peace after feeling rather attacked. So that is where we stand at this very moment. It's a sense of finding peace, centering ourselves, because we've had such negative energy around us, or such intense experiences with other people. So when we're looking for a relationship, we're looking for things to be calm. We're not looking for more of the drama or more of the chaos coming forward. We are also turning away. Okay, Gemini, I'm seeing for a lot of us, there's this energy of I can help, I can fix, I'll totally fight for you type of thing. That has been taken advantage of. So be aware of that. Now, it's leading us to our challenge here is the acceptance of love, is the really connecting, because there's just a sense of I've trusted the wrong people before. I've been down the wrong path before. I'm not willing to play this again. Like, I'm not willing to go down the road. But it's so interesting here because there's a real sense, and I just want to see this card because Spirit, there's a real sense of there being what we dream of coming forward. And the challenge is going to be, okay, that love is coming forward. You know, that beauty is around me. I am accepting what I want and what I need from life. And that's the healing. The Minor Arcana Lover's card is guiding us towards what we love, towards what we need, towards who we are. Now it's leading us to what we're focusing on. And this is the Hangman. We're really focusing on seeing love in a different light. Now, that is for one reason. That is because we're so tired of the fighting of it. We want something calm and peaceful and beautiful. And so as we're looking at things so differently, we're going to be saying, okay, you know, that's what I want. I want things to be calmer. But it can also be here, Gemini, that we've just seen romantic relationships differently than other people. We've seen the way that we want to move forward differently than other people. And we're starting to connect with that. We're saying, okay, there's nothing wrong with this. Before we had put ourselves down, now it's like, okay, I see where I'm coming from and I see why. Now it leads us to our past. This is the Queen of Cups. This is healing, beautiful love. This is a connection. This is beauty. This is brilliance. We have had our heart broken, but also, Gemini, we have known love that is just amazing. And you'll be saying, no, I've never had a partner. It doesn't need to be a partner. When Spirit is saying that you have known love, it is just a period and stop. You have known love. And there's been a healing to it. There's been a healing to ourselves. And there's a real need here, a real desire here to open up our hearts and to let that past love guide us. Not the past fear, not the past hurt, not the past pain. That one's going to be easier to say, okay, I'll come center stage and totally guide you. No, we want something gentler, kinder, more loving. Our strength here is, again, that we have been through so much and yet we can stand strong. The Nine of Wands is telling us that we don't need to give in to what everybody else is saying, or we don't need to do what everybody else is saying. We need to look at us and what we want and what we desire and where we need to be and say, yeah, I see me. Yes, I definitely see what I want, who I am, how I'm moving forward for me. And it moves us then in love to the Knight of Swords. Now, this is our near future. The Knight of Swords is, and they all live happily ever after, right? Type of energy. It is I always see this as the White Knight, the prince coming in and making everything correct. Now, this could be ourselves coming in and really seeing us, what we want in love, how we've been harsh on ourselves, where we have been, too harsh, too lenient, where we have, just kind of embraced chaos or, gone down the wrong path. Now we're saying, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need for me. With the Knight of Swords coming in, we're also going to find somebody here, Gemini, that can match us wit for wit, mind for mind, word for word. There's a person coming in their mind is quick. I mean, talking about ourselves, yes, we can be the hero of our stories. Fine, that's true. But there's also this energy of this person coming in almost when we've given up on what I truly want coming forward or what I truly need being a part of me. And now we're finding that person. Because some of us, Gemini, I mean, not to say this meanly or harshly, but some of us have become cynical. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, I've been doing all the right things, or, oh, yeah, sure, I've been trusting people, putting myself out there, been in relationships, and have gotten burnt. And we're wondering, it kind of sounds silly to say, but, when will my prince come, or my princess, or whomever? When will the love of my life come into my existence? Because every time I try, or every time I open my heart, I get it shoved back, broken in my chest, and I'm tired of it. So there's a strength to us that's coming forward during this time, Gemini. And there's also this strength of this person that we're meeting where they see us and they're like, that's an interesting person. Like, that's strong, that's powerful, that's purposeful. And they're intrigued. It moves us to our suggested approach. And our suggested approach is to just kind of let things happen. Go with the flow. Don't try to make so many plans. The Eight of Wands is like change is coming, and it is coming quickly. And we can kind of fight against the current, but it's kind of like trying to fight against a tidal wave. You're going to get swept up in it anyway. So look at the energy that's coming around you. Look at what's coming right in front of your face, because Spirit is talking to us in a very blunt, very open, very powerful way. And as Spirit talks, it's really important that we listen. So things are changing, and it moves us to what we need to know. With the Five of Cups, we need to stop to look at our blessings instead of our hurts and our pains and our failures and everything that has broken our heart. This is saying change your mind and change your life, which sounds so simple. You know, I've been listening to Louise Hay recently, and the things that she says, it's like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. And then implementing it becomes so terribly difficult, you know, or even just realizing that your inner speech to yourself about lovability or your body or, you know, what you want from life might not be as kind as you thought it was. So not only have I been working with me, I've been working with it with others. And it's like, oh, wow, okay, this comes forward. And so when we're saying change your mind, change your life, it is changing our mind, our inner speak, of course, you know, kind of responses that we have to things, the times where our hearts were broken or, you know, a person totally dissed us. And we think, oh, okay, that's the truth, that's normal. And it's saying, no, that's not. That pain doesn't get to define my life. And what it brings us to is our hopes and our fears. We hope that our dreams come true. But there's also a bit of fearing it, because how many of us have that beautiful, wonderful relationship to look at and say it's perfect? I think that's one of the reasons, and Spirit just said that's one of the reasons why we honor celebrity relationships so much, and we want them to be so perfect, because so often we don't see that, or we don't see it like it was written in Cinderella. So we think, oh no, that can't possibly be. Here with the Seven of Cups, we're hoping for our dreams. We're hoping for change and beauty and success to come in. And then we can also fear that change, the way it will disrupt our lives, the way it will move our lives, the way it will bring us in one direction or another. So change is something that we want, and yet it is also something that we fear. And then we have our potential future, which I love it. It is the Nine of Cups. It's like celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Joy, success, and prosperity. Love coming in and love surrounding us. And this is saying take it in. Take it in and rejoice. Don't overanalyze it. Don't, you know, talk yourself out of it. Let the love come. It also says to us, you know, in this reading, don't trust too quickly, and, you know, have reasonable expectations. Be mindful of the battles that we have been through. But it's also saying here, let yourself love, let yourself have fun. Don't be so serious all the time. That's going to be very, very, very important. And just having that joy come in and knowing that a wish that we have set out into the world is being granted. It moves us now to looking at our past, our present, and our future within the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, this one. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So we have here our past, our present, and our future. So our past comes into play. It's the Four of Cups. Our present is the Six of Pentacles. And our future is Judgment. I really like that. So the Four of Cups is telling us that our past, up until this date, when you're listening to it, right, to this reading, our past was about being so caught up in one narrative, one way of seeing things, that we haven't seen the gift that God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us. The gift that changes things, the gift that opens up our eyes. It moves us then to our present, which is the Six of Pentacles. And this is the energy of, I just see it as deceit. You know, here you have the person would die behind their backs, right? So they're handing out the money. One person is handing her, you know, flowers, saying, thank you so much for the gifts that you were giving me, or for the help that you were giving me. And the other is hiding the fact that either they're cheating, or they're stealing, or, you know, whatever it is that they're doing, they're not being honest. So Spirit is saying here in the present, and that's why Okay, that's so interesting, because that's what Spirit's saying, like, mind who you're really connecting with, because one person's going to come forward and they're going to be really sweet, but the other is going to have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, and they will give themselves away in the way that they act, in the way that they talk. Not so much, okay, in the way that they talk, but they can always sweet talk themselves out of making a mistake, of saying the wrong thing. Just be mindful of that. This person, the person who's truly sweet, they come across not as strongly as the person who's more of a con artist, who's more of a what's in it for me, because that person's going to try and win you over really, really hard, Gemini. And with our future being judgment, we're rising out of the darkness, the box, the stagnation that we have been in. And we're also rising out of judging ourselves and being so harsh and cruel to ourselves. And now we're going to see us rise. So there's a real sense of love coming in, and there's a real sense of knowing the kind of love that we want. We've seen it. We've either seen it in movies, or we've seen it between the love that, you know, a parent had for their child, or a love that somebody had for, you know, their pet or whatever. I know that sounds so weird to say that that's the way that we've seen what true beautiful love is, but that's the way that we've seen it. And so here, it doesn't matter if it's not romantic love. Okay, we've seen that love and we know what we want. And now it is the time that we become the heroes of our stories and say, I can get this. I can move forward this way. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Hermit. We are turning in subconsciously. We're really looking at what we want, at what we need for ourselves, at how we're moving forward for us. And that is a really big thing. It moves us then to our subconscious past, which is the Magician, where we get to let our magic show. And here, subconsciously, in our past, we wanted to shine. We wanted to let ourselves be authentically who we are, and we had to suppress that. So just being aware of that is going to be really important. And then moves us to the battle wagon, which is the Chariot. Now, this is Cancer energy in our present, but this is also taking the reins, being determined, being focused, but also being ready for kind of like the battle that is, you know, dating, finding the right one, and saying like, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I am going to move forward for me. And it brings us then to the Queen of Swords. Now, we are represented by the swords, again, in the minor arcana, by Gemini in the major arcana. The Queen of Swords is the highest form of us. As we rise out of the darkness, we see what we present to the world, which, as an air sign energy, Gemini, it isn't that beautiful, soft, you know, flowy kind of energy that water signs bring, or that other signs can bring to a relationship, or that hot passion. Ours is a little bit more sharp-edged, right? The Queen of Swords is the person who has learned through trial and error, because the Queen of Swords is the person who has learned how to wield the sword. She has practiced. She has honed her skills. She knows her worth. She knows where she stands and where she doesn't. So here, that energy is what's guiding us. I know where I stand. I know where I don't want to. I know what I will take from, you know, a partner. I know what I will not. And that becomes a very powerful thing for us. That honesty and that truth, we're seeking that in ourselves. So not to acquiesce or, you know, kind of diminish ourselves to our partners, but also we want our partners to be able to state and say and embrace what they want, who they are, and how they're moving forward. We want that in a relationship. We need that in a relationship. It moves us to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. And it's the Two of Cups. We find it challenging. We find that connection, that love, that coming together right now challenging. And we need to be mindful of it. Because again, we are going to be swept up by a person who says all the right things at exactly the right time. You know, what's that song? You say all the right things at the exactly right time, but you mean nothing to me and I don't know why, or I mean nothing to you and you don't know why. Here, there's something like that. It's kind of like we should be connecting with each other. Those are the lyrics that are coming through my head. You should be connecting with this person, but you're just not. And it's like, okay, I see that. I don't know why it's not working out, but I'm not going to force it. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra energy, which is the crown chakra and meditation. Really connecting with our heart energy, stepping into ourselves, connecting the mind with the heart, which is a powerful, powerful, powerful place to be as a Gemini, with your heart and your mind connected, and really just stepping into quiet. That's why the Hermit also subconsciously is going to be so important to us and is so important to us. Now, what's also very interesting is that we are ruled by Mercury, Gemini, and so is Virgo. The Hermit represents Virgo. So here, that messenger energy, that knowledge energy is so important. It's very strong Mercury energy coming forward. And here, as we meditate, as we contemplate, as we embrace our crown chakra, we start to see ourselves. And as we start to see ourselves, we know what it is that we want. But we also kind of connect with the energy that we want to let into our lives. And again, that's going to be important because there's going to be a person that comes forward that really does seem like they should be the right one, but they're just not. There's not going to be that sense of being seen, or there's not going to be that power there that we need. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace our power, prosperity, beauty, and most of all, love of this time. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may blessings and love always be with you.